With 30 million Americans collecting unemployment right now and more than half of the jobs lost this pandemic still not back, Congress still can't seem to agree on a new stimulus package.
We have to make sure the public knows how we can solve this and why the administration is standing in the way of crushing the virus.
Where we're really stuck is both on certain policy issues, but more importantly on the top line. The Speaker has refused to sit down and negotiate unless we agree to something like a $2.5 trillion deal in advance.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi remain at odds over specifics because while the HEROES Act from the Democrats and the HEALS Act from the Republicans included $1,200 stimulus checks, their final price tags differed by a couple $1 trillion. So now Senate Republicans plan to come to the table this week with a new, less pricey proposition with money for the post office, schools, COVID testing, paycheck protection program loans, and $300 unemployment payments. But it does not include another stimulus check.
As stimulus money.
It is possible, though, that check could come separate from a relief bill after the president said this on Friday.
We have $300 billion in an account that we didn't use.
Potentially referring to money set aside in March for small business loans that at this point has not been touched. But it's not clear if that'll happen either. So at this point, the only thing both sides have agreed on is to avoid a government shutdown at the end of the month.
As for that smaller relief proposal, it doesn't include any new federal relief money for states beyond what they've already gotten from the CARES Act. And a deeper dive shows that could be trouble for the budgets, especially here in Florida. We're looking at a $5.4 billion budget deficit across the next 2 years. Lawmakers are going to have to make cuts to get Florida out of the red because the state's constitution doesn't allow operating from a budget deficit. Those cuts could put existing state programs at risk, even while so many need help.